Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sheyi, and I'm a personal finance teacher and coach. On this channel, we'll be focusing on all things personal finance management, where I'll be sharing informative, educational, inspiring, and empowering content that will help you guys develop mastery in your personal finances. I'll be focusing on three main areas of personal finance management. One, financial responsibility and ownership, where we'll delve into the power of budgeting, fiscal responsibility, and overall profitability as a person. Secondly, we'll talk about financial goals and planning, where I'll walk you through how to get to your goals faster. Any financial goal you're trying to achieve could be savings, debt payoff, saving for a big event. It could be emergency fund savings, anything you're trying to save money for that you're struggling with. We're going to cover it in this model. And lastly, we'll talk about financial expertise and mentorship, where I'll be sharing my experience and knowledge gained over years of helping myself and people achieve mastery, tips and tricks to unlock the system, and how to accelerate your pathway to becoming a master personal finance manager. That said, let's jump right into the topic of today, where I'll be discussing with you two methods for effective debt payoff. We've all heard about the debt avalanche and snowball method, where you either pick high interest debt or the debt that is the lowest. There's nothing wrong with these strategies. However, a lot of people struggle with it because it's kind of fixed. People have different situations and different dynamics of debt, and most times struggle with this idea of avalanche or snowball. However, these methods that I'm about to introduce to you is what I personally used myself to pay off over $50,000 in debt in 7 months. One, you have to get specific about the amount that you want to pay off. Many a times, people don't know how much they are owing or how spread across the debts are. Maybe it's credit cards, personal loans, or car loans. You have to get specific on how much you want to pay off. Narrow it down. In case you don't know how much you are owing, pro tip, check your credit reports to see your total debts, and then that will give you an idea of how much you are owing and the breakdown of the credit sources. In my own time, I took the time to understand how much I was owing and the total amount over the sources I was owing. In this case, I was owing over $50,000, and it was in credit cards and personal loans. So I said to myself, I want to focus on paying off 50,000. Actually, it was about 53,000 there, but I'm rounding down because it's easier, $50,000. Once you're specific about the amount, the next thing to do is to get specific about the timeline you want to achieve your goal by. The problem again is many a times people want to be debt free. Oh, I want to pay off $10,000 in debt. Oh, I wish I could pay it off by this or that. Get specific. How bad do you want to be free? Put a timeline to when you want to achieve your goal by. In my own case, this was back in years ago. Like it was, I think I was in February, and I said, no more, Shay. I want to be debt free by the end of September. So I said to myself, I'll start paying off my debt by March and will be free by ending of September. That was my own timeline, 8 months, and that was it for me. I said no more. The beautiful thing about combining the method of amounts and timeline is that your brain now has something to work towards. And because our brain is a machine on its own, it starts looking for ways to achieve that goal within that time frame. What I said to myself, I want to pay off $50,000 in debt in 8 months. My mind started looking for ways to achieve that goal. I came up with different strategies. One, I said to myself, for me to not pay more than this amount I'm owing, I need to reduce my interest. So what did I do? I literally applied for about 4 balance transfer cards that helped me to pay zero interest on my debts. Two, I started looking for ways to reduce my expenses because the lower my expenses, the higher my cash flow that I can apply to the debt principal and be debt free. Three, I started looking for ways to increase my cash flow on my net worth because I felt like I needed more money to be able to pay off that debt. So I started looking for jobs that will pay me higher money, six figures, just because I wanted to look for the finances to be able to pay off my debt. And then four, I look for ways to reduce my expenses. So in my mind, using a budget in this case, because I had a budget, I was able to identify ways to reduce my expenses and identify ways to increase my payouts towards my debt. All this happened because I put a specific amount in my mind and a timeline. So my mind had a place to work to and had a target to achieve. This method works like magic. I have seen it work in my life, even for my wife. I've seen it work and help people pay off debt quicker and more sustainable because our mind needs to have a target and a timeline, and boom, it gets to work and working fast. Try these methods and watch your debts crumble like a stack of cards. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day. Until next time. Bye for now.